Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Shalom,
Om Swastiastu
Namo Buddhaya,
dan salam kebajikan.
Baik, selamat siang semuanya. Perkenalkan, saya Brandon.
Saya Griselda.
Kami dari 10I. Jadi hari ini kami lagi memakai baju adat yang berasal dari Padang, Sumatera Barat.
Okay, good afternoon everyone. We are from 10H grade. I'm Griselda.
I'm Brandon.
So today we wear in traditional clothes from Padang, Sumatera Barat.
Hari ini kami lagi memakai baju adat Padang yang berwarna hijau dan memiliki corak emas.
So today we wear traditional Padang clothes with green and gold motif.
Dan di belakang kami terdapat sayap, di kepala kami terdapat hiasan kepala yang dikreasikan oleh kelas kami.
So in the behind us have a wings and made by our classmates. Thank you. Baik, baju yang sungguh berkilau dari kelas 10I. Sekali lagi kami berikan tepuk tangan yang meriah. Besar Provinsi Maluku.
Selamat siang Dewan Juri yang terhormat dan hadirin sekalian. Shalom. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Dwi Putra Eliezer Pakidi dari kelas 11 MIPA 3 akan menampilkan busana baju adat Ambon.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce myself. My name is Regita Nur Cahya. I'm from class 11 Science 3 and now we will show you our traditional Ambon clothing.
Saat ini kami mengenakan baju adat Ambon atau biasa disebut baju cele. Baju cele merupakan baju kebesaran masyarakat Ambon karena hanya dipakai pada acara tertentu di Maluku.
So now we are wearing traditional Ambon clothes, usually called cele clothes. Cele clothes are the great clothes of the Ambonese people because they are only worn on certain occasion in Maluku.
Pakaian adat suku Ambon yang manis dan indah umumnya berwarna merah untuk menampilkan keceriaan, keberanian, dan kelincahan.
The sweet and beautiful traditional clothing of the Ambon tribe is generally red to show cheerfulness, courage, and edgy.
Didasarkan pada adat Ambon, baju cele adalah kain kebaya yang dikombinasikan dengan kain salele di pinggang dan juga dengan kain sarung yang warnanya tidak jauh berbeda, harus seimbang dan juga serasi.
Based on Ambon costume, the chele shirt is a kebaya combination with salele cloth at the waist and also with sarung whose color is not much different, balanced and harmonious.
Blus atau baju yang dikenakan menentukan kedudukan dalam masyarakat. Warna merah untuk gadis atau mempelai wanita dan wanita yang sudah berumah tangga. Dan baju lelaki terdiri atas pantolan, blus luar tanpa kancing, dengan warna yang tidak terlalu mencolok.
The blouse or shirt worn determines one position of society. Red is for girls and brides, green is for married women, and men's clothing consists of pantolon and outer blouse without buttons in an inconspicuous color.
Sekian dari kami, terima kasih.
That's all from us. Thank you.
Indah dengan dansanya. Sekali lagi kita beri aplaus kepada 1153.
Dewan juri yang terhormat beserta hadirin sekalian, selamat siang. Shalom, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan. Perkenalkan, saya Michelle Rabi dari 12 IPS 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce myself. My name is Andrew Bisalial Tamba from UNESCO Class 12 Social 1. And now, representing the traditional clothes, the pride of the city of 1,000 rivers.
Saat ini kami akan memperkenalkan kreasi dari pakaian adat Kebanggaan Kota 1000 Sungai, Bamar Galung Panjang Matahari dari Banjarmasin. Busana adat Banjarmasin identik dengan warna cerah, seperti keemasan yang kami kenakan yang melambangkan kemakmuran dan puja kepada matahari. Matahari adalah lambang kebesaran Tuhan Yang Maha Esa dan merupakan elemen yang sangat penting dalam kehidupan manusia. Hiasan leher yang saya kenakan merupakan kreasi yang kami buat dari karton, kertas metanik, dan sisa manik. Sayap yang saya kenakan kami buat dari karton bekas, plastik, dan triplek sebagai ornamen pemberian pakaian kami. Kami mengusung warna putih sebagai bentuk apresiasi kami kepada masyarakat Banjar yang menjunjung tinggi nilai keagamaan serta alam kalian. Di tangan kiri saya membawakan poster yang melambangkan identitas kelas kami dan rasa kepercayaan dan solidaritas kelas UNESCO Universe of Social One.
The clothes I wear today fulfill with golden color that bright as the sun, which is presenting the respect and honor of God's power and glory. The hat I'm wearing is a work of our own that we create use cardboard with a high spark of creativity produce good artistic value.
Saat ini kami akan memperkenalkan makanan khas Banjarmasin, yaitu
It's a big challenge for us to find and modify clothes to make it similar with Banjarmasin traditional clothes. But now we're standing here in front of you all to speak that everything is possible if we do it together.
Terima kasih, hingga jumpa.
UNESCO!
Penampilan dari UNESCO yang begitu spektakuler, kita berikan aplaus yang 12 MIPA 5, kami membawakan pakaian adat tradisional dari Kalimantan Kalimantan Timur. Perkenalkan, nama saya Zain Dubes Pekalintin.
Saya Gusti Radrano.
Is Kalimantan traditional clothing divided to 2 based on gender, namely Ta'a clothing for women as I use, and Sapi Sapa clothing for men as my partner use.
Pakaian adat Kalimantan Timur dibedakan menjadi 2 berdasarkan gender. Baju Ta'a untuk perempuan seperti yang digunakan oleh partner saya, dan baju Sapi Sapa untuk laki-laki seperti yang saya gunakan saat ini.
Ta'a clothes reflect the meaning of simplicity and majesty. These clothes also symbolize the character of women who are full of authority and
Baju Ta'a mencerminkan makna kesederhanaan dan gabungan. Baju Ta'a juga melambangkan sosok wanita yang penuh tanggung jawab serta percaya diri.
Sapi Sapa clothes means strength.
Sapi Sapa melambangkan kekuatan.
The clothes we wear today are made by ourselves.
Semua pakaian yang kami gunakan saat ini dibuat oleh kami sendiri.
We make this using plastic-based material.
Kami membuatnya dari bahan dasar plastik.
I think it's enough. Thank you for your attention.
Saya pikir cukup sekian, terima kasih.
Kami perwakilan dari kelas 10. Dalam kesempatan kali ini, izinkan kami menjelaskan kepada yang satu. Jadi pakaian ini adalah pakaian adat Sumatera Utara, khas Batak Tola, yang dari kain ulos atau kain tenun tradisional, mulai dari atas sampai bawah. Busana ini juga dilengkapi aksesoris khusus berupa penutup kepala, yang saat ini kami kenakan di kepala kami, serta memakai sandal ulos. Bagi orang-orang Batak Toba, ulos memiliki makna khusus, yaitu sebagai simbol ikatan kasih sayang yang diharapkan bisa seperti rotan. Baju adat ini biasanya digunakan dalam upacara adat,
tetapi sering juga digunakan untuk acara tertentu seperti pernikahan atau pesta syukuran.
Okay, once again, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, teachers, and all my beloved friends. Best wishes to all of us. First of all, let me introduce our name. My name is Tasha, and he is Rasha, my partner. We are representative of class 10M. Okay. On this occasion, we will okay. On this occasion, we will for the Batak Toba. For the Batak Toba, traditional.
Sekian dari kami, mohon maaf bila kesalahan kata. Terima kasih.
Dari kelas 10M, sekali lagi berikan aplaus yang meriah. 10A, kita beri tepuk tangan yang meriah.
Selamat siang, Bapak Ibu Guru dan teman-teman sekalian. Perkenalkan kami dari kelas 10A. Perkenalkan, nama saya Kalis Christian.
Good morning, Mr. Madam Teacher and friends. Introduce us from class 10H. My name is Akhlesha Chelsea Parantian from 10M.
Pada ketua kali ini, kami menampilkan baju adat dan penyanyi yang akan diresmikan melalui bahan daur ulang.
On the catwalk this time, we are showing traditional clothes from Tanjung Pinang, which we created using recycled materials.
Dan di sini kami akan menyampaikan apa saja yang terbuat dari bahan daur ulang tersebut.
And here, we will tell you what is made from this recycled material.
Selendang dan sarung atau rok terbuat dari karung beras dan dihiasi dengan kertas metalik juga pita hijau.
The shawl and sarung or skirt are made from rice sack and decorated with metallic paper and green ribbon.
Pada bagian kepala perempuan, kami menggunakan sendok plastik yang sudah tidak terpakai dan kami hiasi dengan bunga yang terbuat dari kertas manila. Dan pada kepala laki-laki, kami menggunakan karton bekas juga dihiasi kertas metalik.
On the woman's head, we use the Yunse plastic spoon and decorated with flowers made from manila paper. And the man's head, we use cardboard and decorate with metallic paper.
Gelang dan anting terbuat dari manik-manik dan tali karet. Kalung terbuat dari manik-manik, tali karet, dan juga kertas jilid.
The bracelet and earrings were made from beads and rubber cord Necklaces are made from rubber strings, beads, and also binding paper.
Bel atau yang digunakan pada pinggang kami buat dari kain dan yang sudah tidak terpakai.
We make the belt or the one used on waist from wood.
Mungkin itu saja yang ingin kami sampaikan mengenai baju adat Tanjung Pinang yang telah kami kreasikan. Terima kasih.
Maybe that's all we want to say about the traditional Tanjung Pinang clothes that we have created. Thank you.
Beruntungnya dia dimiliki kamu. Inilah dia penampilan dari 10 hari. Kita beri aplaus yang meriah. 11 MIPA 1. Setelah kelas 11 MIPA 1 bersiap-siap kelas 12 kelas 11 MIPA 2 yang agama Hindu juga
We are from 11 Science 1. Today we're going to introduce our Jambi's traditional clothes. My name is Stephen and he is my partner, Sharon. Now today we're going to explain about Jambi's. I am going to use in English and Sharon will going to use Bahasa Indonesia. Sharon, please.
Baik, pakaian yang kami gunakan merupakan pakaian adat yang berasal dari daerah Jambi. Kota Jambi merupakan sebuah kota di Pulau Sumatera sekaligus ibu kota dari Provinsi Jambi, Indonesia. Kota Jambi juga dikenal dengan julukan Bumi Nelayan.
The clothes we wear are from the Jambi's society, and the Jambis are the city of the island of Sumatra. And Jambi also have a nickname Malaya Earth.
Pakaian adat Jambi disebut dengan baju kurung tanggung. Baju kurung sendiri merupakan pakaian masyarakat Melayu yang tersebar di berbagai negara, mulai dari Brunei Darussalam, Indonesia, Malaysia, maupun Singapura.
Jambi traditional clothes are from Malaya's community that spread across Malaysia, Indonesia, Brunei Darussalam, and Singapore.
Untuk pakaian adat Jambi yang digunakan oleh laki-laki terdiri dari beberapa bagian, mulai dari bagian bawah yang menggunakan celana yang disebut cangge. Lalu pada bagian tengah terdapat baju kurung tanggung berwarna merah yang diberi selamun berwarna emas dengan motif bunga bertabur atau biasa disebut dengan kembang tagapo. Serta terdapat beberapa hiasan lain mulai dari penutup kepala yang disebut dengan lacak dan juga kres.
Jambi traditional clothes for men is universal to upwards. From the bottom we use corners that work out with chunk clothes, and in the middle we use baju kurung tanggung red, and the decoration is made of stuff, crease, and the head named color.
Baik, untuk baju kurung tanggung yang digunakan oleh perempuan terdiri dari beberapa bagian, mulai dari bagian bawah yang menggunakan songket berwarna merah, dan pada bagian tengah menggunakan baju kurung tanggung berwarna merah yang diberi selamun berwarna emas bermotif bunga melati, kembang tagapo, dan juga pucuk rebung. Serta terdapat beberapa hiasan mulai dari bagian kepala yang menggunakan penutup kepala yang disebut pesangkot, dan juga terdapat Baik, itu saja.
The Jambi traditional clothes for women is composed with the several parts. Start from the bottom with songket clothes, and in the middle we use same like a man, we use baju kurung panggung, and for the decoration we use a scarf and hat too. That's all.
Selain itu, kami menambahkan beberapa ornamen khas Jambi, mulai baik yang digunakan oleh Stephen maupun pada diri saya. Pada Stephen terdapat tongkat yang memiliki sebuah tugu, itu melambangkan ikon kota Jambi. Tugu tersebut dikenal dengan nama Lanjut pada diri saya terdapat monumen bersejarah yaitu Candi Muara Jambi. Lalu pada diri saya terdapat juga tanda bahwa Indonesia memiliki 5 sila sebagai dasar negara di tengah keberagaman yang ada.
Apart from that, we use some decoration to me and for Sharon. For me, I use the stuff with some decoration, and me, I use the hat from the bottom. And for Sharon, she have decoration for Pancasila that iconic from Indonesia, for still united in a lot of differences. That's all for us. Thank you very much for your attention.
Itulah dia penampilan dari ketua OSIS kita.
Selamat siang kepada Ibu Dewan Juri dan guru-guru serta teman-teman sekalian. Hari ini kami berdua mewakilkan kelas 11 MIPA 2 dengan membawakan tema baju adat daerah dari Papua Barat dengan yang bernama Baju Adat Ewer.
Good morning everyone. Today is my name is Aaron from 11 Science 2. Today we are representing traditional clothes from West Papua called Ewer traditional clothes.
Baju adat Ewer murni terbuat dari bahan-bahan alami, yaitu jerami yang dikeringkan.
Ewer traditional clothes purely made from natural material things, namely dried straws.
Tentu saja, baju adat Ewer, pria dan wanitanya berbeda.
Certainly, men's and women's clothes are different.
Baju adat Ewer untuk wanita terbuat dari serat-serat tumbuhan dan dirangkai menggunakan tali.
Clothes for women made from straws and string at the top.
Baju ini terdiri atas 2 lapisan.
This clothes made with 2 layers.
Untuk bagian atasannya menggunakan baju burung yang terbuat dari bahan kain beludru dan dirangkai dan dihias menggunakan bulu.
At the top, made from fur and dried straws and made it and decorated with accessories.
Baju adat ini juga adalah baju adat yang sudah terpengaruh oleh budaya luar dan hanya dipakai oleh masyarakat sekitar kota Manokwari.
These clothes also affected by other countries that usually used by around cities of Manokwari.
Bukan hanya baju dan rok, baju adat wanita ini juga dilengkapi berbagai aksesoris seperti gelang, kalung, dan penutup kepala.
Not just skirt and shirts. These clothes also decorated with bracelet, accessories, and head covers.
Sedangkan untuk pakaian pria, baju adat Papua Barat pada zaman dahulu sangatlah berbeda dengan apa yang dikenakan dan diperkenalkan saat ini.
The traditional clothes where we are worn today is different from West Papuans traditional clothes at the ancient times.
Baju adat pria hanya memakai rok saja tanpa memakai atasan. Dalam artian lain, mereka bertelanjang dada.
For traditional clothes for men only wear skirts, so they barely chest.
Dan untuk pakaian adat pria menggunakan kain beludru dan mereka memakai aksesoris untuk menunjang penampilan mereka.
Men traditional clothes also decorated with many accessories to improve their appearance.
Aksesorisnya berupa gelang dan kalung dan berbagai alat perang lainnya seperti perisai, tongkat, sumpit, dan juga panah.
Men are also equipped with war equipment that spears, bow, chopsticks, and arrows.
Sekian dari kami berdua. Mohon maaf kalau ada kesalahan kata. Terima kasih.
Itulah dia Bekasan Budaya Papua Barat versi 11 MIPA 2. 12 MIPA 4. Kita beri aplaus yang meriah.
Good afternoon, Shalom. Thanks for the opportunity given to us. Mungkin sebelumnya kami minta maaf. Di sini kami lebih banyak menggunakan bahasa Indonesia dikarenakan memang kemampuan kami sampai di situ. Jadi, baik, terima kasih. Mamuju adalah sebuah kabupaten dan juga merupakan ibu kota dari Provinsi Sulawesi Barat, Indonesia. Suku asli wilayah ini adalah suku Mandar yang tersebar di pesisir Sulawesi Barat. Wilayah pedalaman Kabupaten Mamuju dihuni oleh suku Kalumpang, yang wilayahnya terdapat salah satu situs Neolitik tertua di Indonesia dan merupakan peninggalan orang Australis Indonesia yang disebut sebagai nenek moyang bangsa Indonesia.
Rumah Boyang adalah rumah adat yang berasal dari Provinsi Sulawesi Barat. Rumah Boyang merupakan rumah suku Mandar yang mayoritas mendiami Provinsi Sulawesi Barat dengan ibu kota Mamuju. Pakaian adat Sulawesi Barat milik suku Mandar cenderung sederhana. Baju tradisionalnya bernama Baduk Tua ini, kaum pria suku Mandar menggunakan jas hitam lengan panjang yang dipadukan dengan sarung panjang.
Baik, mungkin seperti itu yang kami sampaikan tentang suku Mamuju. Di sini saya ingin berbicara ke teman-teman sekalian menyangkut tentang bulan bahasa dan fashion show. Apa makna yang kami ambil dari sini? Di sini kita harus mengajukan kepercayaan diri kita. Bagaimanapun hasilnya, tetaplah tampil. Jika kalian mempunyai potensi dalam diri kalian, munculkanlah. Susite kubasa turai bangmo sebab turai ki. Jadi turai mo. Ya ke dua dan kabarannya dalam kali ini dan kemampuan ini dan apa-apa ini ngetani bisa nami buat apa sih tuh? Ya di dua dan keberanian dalam kali ini dan bakat nih ngetani orang mengajukan nih apa tuh tertanam tanda bisa di dua contohnya lebih bisa bangkit amal dalam luar negeri karena bakat tak contohnya menyanyi fashion show semacam itu di alam kayak masyarakat tuh sahabat kami pak berjujungnya diri sendiri intinya tuh ya tuh tertanam di dia kepercayaan diri sendiri kombai ada motor tujuhnya jelas ki kombai sederhana di kami deh tapi butuh perjuangan bukan bisa tampil di dewan juri butuh perjuangan butuh jongkaian sebenarnya masih ikat duka tapi kita dan bakat tampilkan percaya diri kan bisa benda nih yomi selatan kembali atau yang betul tipe ada terus mana
Selamat siang Dewan Juri yang kami hormati. Kami dari 12 bahasa menggunakan baju perang adat Manado. Baju kami terbuat dari kain turi dan tengkorak terbuat dari kertas.
Good afternoon, Juri and friend. We are from class 20 longer. We are Omar from Manado.
Baik, itulah dia penampilan dari kelas 12 bahasa sekaligus menutup.
Oke. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Lagi 1, 2, 3. Kayak terus. 2, 1, 2, 3.
Kita akan melanjutkan kegiatan kita untuk melihat penampilan dari juara Cipta Baca Puisi, yaitu juara Cipta Baca Puisi, juara 1 storytelling, dan juara 1 lip sync. Mari kita sambut juara Cipta Baca Puisi yang dibawakan oleh Kakak Sandra kepada kakak. Kami persilakan.
Salama makarai, salama sitamu mali lako kita mas solanasang. Kure sumanga tuatu di ben na lakonei umpukada bisa dadua buku kada dalam bentuk cerita Nusantara. Tabe lako Bapak Ibu Guru serta siswa-siswi sekalian, inilah penampilan dari saya. Den bisa tahu di sana poi pulin, iya te poi pulin matutu mengkarang diulu umah sadiolu Paklak, Buddha, Parena, Dalena, Duwana, Siatanan, Tananana, Sengak Vito, Yate Boy Bulin, Nisa Duka, Tokina, Syamamase, Untiroi Tomai Tomaka, Rio Rio. Yatu Sangbonana, Nenek Naben Pare. Batu Dale Belanda Kalala Susiduka Tosenga tu Kalala na apa ya tu bainena poi pulin tak yang nagina Belanda taruh maduang matira gerangan tu kasugirana Yamoto anataru matutu malemisa me pare me galle sia me dua apa ya ke mali me pare na tai tau tirai na ala patu pare na tau batu dalena na pangranganan ana pasitapai parena batu dalena iya tu to mase-mase mukun bang na patay den sangalo na bemarang ami boy kulit tu pare nanana baingena Mangami bela nataru matirak membudak anak tay katuna dialah dikande. Mekutanami lago bainena nagua mau tumbari anak taru matirak membudak tu pareta anak tay katuna dialah dikande. Me bali mi te bainena nagua ya moto turisana natarawan kami paakaran belan na kamalukian na bay ni mangrin maringkin pangrapa penan nate boy pulin ana urungan ni mukun bang mekutana lako tau si misa demi misa tau saya ubisiki nakwa piran mo kutiruman bela tu bay nemi kemali me pare bukun pa umpe pare umana tau napangranganan pare na nakambebel ami koi pulin te bainena naku ami lago tangan raka kumuan nenek ko umpe pare umana tau kemale ko be pare tiba nang indona te bainena namanya me bali iyo tona umbai nakabaratanku foto naku ami mone na lago ya que saya mula tunda itu si bahasa itu la biran que terromisa moko belanda tangmo borei que buda tu solamu tukumi te bainena anna maakada nakua rupari anna tang lagi san lau sondai apa ya tu sipa siapa yang gauran inang lagu sondai mo dadi gari mo to
kure semangat.
Selamat sore semuanya. Perkenalkan, nama saya Revi Pangarungan. Saya dari 12 IPS 2. Sekarang saya akan membacakan sebuah puisi yang merupakan karya saya sendiri. Yang berjudul Pemuda-pemudi harapan bangsa. Wahai pemuda-pemudi, apakah engkau tahu siapa dirimu? Apakah engkau tahu engkau akan jadi apa kelak? Sungguh aku tidak mengenal engkau. Sadarlah wahai pemuda-pemudi, engkau ini adalah asa bangsa kita. Apakah engkau asa bangsa kita? Jika engkau menuntut ilmu saja, engkau bermalas-malasan dan bermasa bodoh. Engkau lebih memilih hidup tak berfaedah daripada menyelamatkan bangsa ini. Apakah engkau seorang pemuda yang jika engkau dibutuhkan saja, engkau seakan asing dan bermasa bodoh antara orang yang membutuhkanmu? Apakah engkau seorang pemudi yang jika mendengar teriakan saja, engkau seakan menutup telingamu dan tak peduli? Pemuda-pemudi, apalah hidup daya dalam kegelapan? Apalah daya hidup masa bodoh di antara teriakan-teriakan orang minta tolong? Wahai pemuda-pemudi, kobarkanlah abinayamu, bangkitkan jiwa yang ada di dalam dirimu untuk membuat bumi pertiwi kita maju dan terang di antara bumi lain.
Sungguh luar biasa penampilan dari Kak Revi. Sekali lagi mari kita beri aplaus.
How are you today? Let me tell you a story about a girl named Cinderella.
Once upon a time, in the village, there was a beautiful girl named Ella. She lived happily with her parents in a nice house. Unfortunately, one day, as her mother realized that she couldn't live anymore, she asked her little girl to come and give her advice. Ella, my beloved daughter, I have to go now. Live a happy life, be hardworking, and never forget to help other people. Mom, please, don't say that. You will get well soon. But things hadn't happened in the way she expected. Her mother passed away right after having finished speaking. No! Mommy! No! Her father remarried soon after the death of his wife. Ella's stepmother had 2 children. They treated Ella very well at first, so that they won full trust of her father. It seems like my new wife loves Ella so much. What a relief! A few days after, the father had to go to work far away for a long time. He assured that his new wife could take care of Ella well. As soon as the father left, the stepmother began to reveal her true nature. She forced Ella to move to the attic and sleep on the rickety bed. More than that, she also took all of Ella's beautiful clothes for her children. From now on, this is your room. Since you will have to do all the housework, there's no need to wear nice clothes. Since then, the girl, not only Ella did all the housework, but also toiled away from dusk till dawn. On the contrary, her 2 stepsisters never had to lift a finger. Because she had to all the housework, Ella's face was dusted every day. She was entirely dressed and looked unkempt. Seeing that, her stepmother and 2 stepsisters teased her so hard. Ella, why'd you always appear like that? Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror? Right! How sloppy she is! She must name Cinderella from now on. Serves her right. Great! It should be Cinderella. She doesn't deserve the pretty Ella name. Since then, the girl was named Cinderella. She was humiliated and exploited by the whole family. She couldn't even have a proper meal since she had to serve the 3 mother and daughters. Mother, can I eat something? I'm so hungry. Get out of my sight! You are only allowed to eat leftovers when we finish the meal. Get it? Staying at home all day, Cinderella had no friends at all. She could only make friends with 2 mice in the attic and the sparrow living at the window. Despite having so little to eat, every day she still set her food aside to feed the 2 mice and the sparrow. Here are your portions. You are also hungry, aren't you? Let's come eat them. One day, the king told the speaker to announce a party which was going to take place in the palace. On New Year's Eve, the king will celebrate a prom night so that the prince can choose for himself an ideal wife. The king invited all the girls coming of age to join in. All the girls in the kingdom were delighted to this news. Mother, can I join the party? What? You also want to join? Okay. But first, you have to help your sister to prepare their clothes. Cinderella was very happy because at least she had the chance to participate in the party. She prepared dresses and did the hair for her stepsisters in joy. Hurry up, Cinderella! How sleepy you are! When will be my turn? When everything was done, the stepmother continued to give Cinderella a basket of peas mixed with black beans and asked her to classify them. Classify these beans and you can go to the prom. Cinderella was shocked. It seemed impossible for her to finish the work and come to the party on time. Seeing that, the two mice tried to pick these beans for Cinderella. Also, the sparrow called its friend to help Cinderella. All the works were done within half an hour. She was so delighted to announce to her stepmother that she finished all her duty. Mother, everything you told me to do has already been done. Could you let me come to the party with you and my sisters? You also want to go to the prom? Never! We will definitely be humiliated by your raged appearance. Stay at home and clean the house, or let's see what will happen to you. After that, the stepmother and the two stepsisters went away, leaving Cinderella to sit there depressedly. Not knowing what else to do, she sat there alone and started to cry. The two mice and the sparrow stood by her side and comforted her. Suddenly, a light flashed, and the fairy appeared to the astonishment of Cinderella. My poor girl, why are you crying? My stepmother and my two stepsisters have gorgeous dress to go to the party and meet the prince. About me, I have to do housework until midnight and I have nothing to wear. That made me so sad. Don't worry, my dear. As you were a kind, hardworking, and an honest girl, I will help you to go to the party. Then, the fairy used her magic to turn the pumpkin in the garden into a beautiful carriage. The two mice turned into two horses and the sparrow into a driver to bring the Cinderella to the palace. You will go to the party by this carriage. However, with these clothes, they will recognize you soon. Let me help you. Once again, the fairy waved hands and in the blink of an eye, Cinderella found herself wearing a splendid dress. Now you can go, but bear in mind that my magic is only valid until midnight, so you must go home before that time. Yes, I remember it. Thank you very much. She then got on the carriage and rushed to the prom. Cinderella entered the palace at the gape of admiration of all people. Undoubtedly, the prince couldn't help gazing upon her. He knew that he fell in love with her at first sight. Then he walked toward Cinderella and asked her to dance with him. honor of inviting you to dance with me, beautiful girl. My pleasure, Prince. And they start dancing. The prince couldn't take his eyes off Cinderella, so they passionately kept dancing for such a long time. Suddenly, Cinderella realized that there were only 5 minutes left until midnight. Sorry, it's time for me to go home. While going downstairs to the carriage, she dropped her glass shoe. But Cinderella didn't have time to go back to pick it up. She got on the carriage and rushed to her house as fast as possible, chasing after her, but the prince couldn't catch up with Cinderella. When he got there, she had disappeared in the dark already. However, the prince saw the dropped shoe in the stairs. From the day on, the prince himself accompanied his soldiers, searching the whole kingdom to find out the owner of the shoe who would become his wife. More than a month had passed. Many houses he had visited, but she still couldn't find a girl who could fit the glass shoe. Cinderella's house was the last one they reached. Here is the prince. He even brought my glass shoe. I have to go down to try it on. I'm sure that he will recognize me. However, it was not until she came to the door and she met her stepmother. You have to stay here. How dare a humble person like you meet the prince and dream of being a princess? Please, mother, let me go down. Keep silent and stay here. Then the stepmother locked Cinderella inside the attic, but she didn't know that Cinderella's friend, the sparrow, had been flying behind her. When she was going downstairs, it stole the key and gave it to Cinderella. Because of their big feet, Cinderella's two stepsisters both couldn't fit the shoe. Is there anyone else in the house? No, my prince. We only have two daughters. And then Cinderella's coming. Prince, wait for me. I haven't tried the shoe yet. Cinderella, you cowardly servant. How dare you come here? Sorry, prince. This is our servant who didn't even go to the prom. How could this shoe be hers? Be quiet! How dare you deceive me? I will deal with you later. By the way, why do I feel very familiar to see this girl? I will help her tie the shoe. Then, he himself helped Cinderella put the shoe on. Surprisingly, it fits like a glove. You are the only one who danced with me that night. My princess, please go back to the palace with me. How dare you deceive me? Guards, put them in jail for me. The wedding of the prince and Cinderella was held solemnly with the presence and blessings of everyone. They lived happily for their entire life. The end. That's enough from us. Thank you for your attention.